and how I actually developing flexibility in this neck muscles from the left and right direction of his neck, and why we actually need these neck muscles so we can connect shoulders, rib cage, and hindquarters of the horse. So I truly love to do this exercise in a circle, and I'm going to explain you why in the circle, why not in the perimeter. Perimeter, it's a straight line, and that's a final result of horse education, travel straight line. When horse travel in a circle, if you're going to look from the top, he naturally going to arch to the right if you're going to travel to the right, because if you're not going to arch to the right, you're going to go straight. So when he done this again, I'm going to say, let's do this again. I'm going to pick up to the left, squeeze. You see what kind of trot, very abrupt. When he pick up the trot, he just pushing with his hindquarters. So it's not nice and relaxed trot at all. If he speed up too much, you're going to say, no, drop your head down. I don't ask you to pick up the lope. Okay? So like this situation, and again, release immediately. It's very uncomfortable. He's travel very fast, but I am not fighting with him. Change direction. Straight line, release the reins. You see how he pushing, I squeeze. Change, come back to the to the circle again. Now to the smaller circle, very smaller circle. Up, use your neck muscle, and come back again to the straight line. Hello guys, Russ Krachun here, and today we're having Stetson. It's a registered quarter horse. He is a stallion. He is exactly 2 years old, 8 months. And in this video, I decide to share with you how we can face a challenge with our horses when we educate horses to be flexible in the neck muscles. We call this soft in the mouth or soft horses, and etc. So I would like to share with you my philosophy and share with you my methods so you can see how I'm working through his mental and physical abilities, and how I actually developing flexibility in this neck muscles from the left and right direction of his neck, and why we actually need these neck muscles so we can connect shoulders, rib cage, and hindquarters of the horse. Because I strongly believe without the flexibility and the neck muscles, it's just my philosophy and my thoughts and my ideas. We don't have no shoulders, not rib cage, not hindquarters. We're riding horse through the mouth. And by studying many years and suffering so hard, and try many different horses, and try many different breeds of the horse, and try many different beats, and blame the horses. I suffer. I cannot understand how to educate horse to be very flexible. When you pick up the rein, horse become very flexible, the neck, not to pull on you, not fighting with you. You don't have to change beats and etc. And I study about pressure and release, and soft hands, and many different beats, different tools, draw reins, German martingales, basels, tie downs, wherever you just name it. I done everything in my life. So after I've been in professional sport, and by working many years and suffering with horses, I ask myself a question, very simple question. What actually involve in the horse education when you educate flexibility in the horse body? What involved in this? And the answer was very simple. Answer was brain involved, and involve physical abilities. It means tendons, joints, muscles, and etc. So then I start to ask myself, so how pressure and release can educate muscle memory? Or how soft hands, or gentle hands, or aggressive hands, or legs can educate the muscle memory, or educate the brain? And going all the way back and start to memorize how my coach educated me, I realize coach cannot educate my muscles with tools. Coach can educate or with pressure and release or domination. Coach only can educate me with physical exercises to develop flexibility on my muscles and develop mental abilities. So I say to myself, okay, so let's try this with horses. So then I ask myself, how many kids, when we start education in a group of 50 kids, how many kids left after 3 weeks or 4 weeks or months of education in the sport? And maybe 10, after another 3-4 months, maybe 5, and after 2 years of this group of the kids, maybe 1 or 2 left. So then I start to realize these 2 kids or 1 or 2 kids have amazing mental and physical abilities. They're strong mentally and they have good physiques. They're athletes. Mother Nature gives them this opportunity to become an athlete. So by changing, going all the way back, by changing different breeds of the horses, right, thoroughbreds, quarter horses, Arabian horses, Appaloosas, I realized that will never get me to success, okay? So after I start to realize when I work with horses mentally, that's exactly the same kids was in the group. They're lazy, they don't like to work, they like to work. They're angry, they don't have attitude to listen, their physical ability is terrible. Mother Nature did not give him good conformation to succeed in the physical exercises. So I start to recognize all that and start to pay attention much more on the mental ability of the horse. I start to pay attention much more of the conformation of the horse. Then I start to realize it exists different breeds: reining, cutting, jumping, pleasure, and etc. So each breed of the horses have to perform for this discipline. So then I start to apply, develop exercises, actual physical exercises, because to develop muscle memory of the horse. Because if I just say, for example, pick up the rein, okay, and gonna say, Stetson, be flexible, right, and release this rein, and horse give me this nose when I pick up, and he give me nose. So what? And I release from the pressure. So what? Pressure exists. Don't take me wrong, because pressure exists because you're sitting on the horse already. But when you pick up the rein, that's pressure. But difference between physical exercise and pressure and release, it's a timing and a physical exercise. Because if I pick up the rein, you're not going to release because he give me nose, he going to learn, bounce his head, give and release, give and release. So now going to be involved forward motion in the future. A forward motion, we're going to tear apart physical abilities of the human or horse. Because when horse or human travel forward motion, flexibility of the body, I better say, body getting much more stiffer, and it's much harder to perform and be flexible in the forward motion. So again, I ask myself, so how pressure and release can be connected with forward motion? That's why we're using draw reins. That's why we're using tie downs. That's why we're using shank bits. Nothing wrong about shank bits and nothing wrong with tie downs and German martingales. The way how we're using them. But what we're trying to do, we're actually thinking right way. We're trying to dominate the muscle by holding for the long period of time this muscle with tools and flex this muscle, but it's not release from the physical exercise, okay? And it's very important to understand how to develop muscle memory, because you can damage muscle by tie downs, German martingales, draw reins, shank beats, because it's become painful in the muscle and it's become fear, okay? So then I read very interesting book about the Francois Boucher, who it's a French horseman in 18th century who discovered dressage, and he discovered flexibility of the neck muscle of the horse. He started to think right way. He said, I cannot ride horse through the mouth. I have to ride horse through the body. Because if I'm going to ride the horse through the mouth, I'm going to lose neck, I'm going to lose shoulder, I'm going to use rib cage, I'm going to use hindquarters. But then he not realize it's an exist muscle memory. He still explained in this book you have to pick up and release, pick up and release. Idea was right, but he not understand then how to develop muscle memory, because we're progressing in our life on everything, on technology, on sports, and etc. So by reading this book, I said, that's pretty cool idea, I like that. So now I'm going to take my sport and I'm going to combine with flexibility, and develop muscle memory, and develop combined with forward motion. So in this lesson, why I decide to, I'm going to share with you how several different exercises, how I develop horse muscle memory, and how I develop patience, and how I release horse from the physical exercise. So why I choose Stetson? If you look at the Stetson conformation and you look at the Stetson pedigree, it's just amazing, okay? But when you're riding him, he have a talent. He have a talent. He can perform. But right here in the brain, he actually saying to me, he's not cooperating with me, not very happy when you ask him keep muscle for a long period of time. So if I will teach in the physical exercise, so if I will teach Stetson only pick up and release, I will never gonna teach this horse in forward motion, travel, be collected, change leads, back up and be collected, travel in the speed I desire, and etc. Because I'm gonna teach him only pick up and release. So I will not gonna develop muscle memory, and I will not gonna go through his brain. I'm not gonna go through his mental abilities to develop this muscle memory and develop this brain, so you have to perform for me. I will never teach him to be an athlete. Okay? So, first of all, before we're going to do anything, horse have to understand and stay still how to use muscle memory. Okay? If horse not understand and stay still how to use muscle memory, and horse not understand forward motion, everything going to start to fall apart. Because first of all, horse have to understand muscle memory, and stay still and understand forward motion. And then we're going to combine everything. And also in the same time, Stetson very forward motion horse. He like a race car, okay? He very compact, he fast, he athletic, he wants to go all the time forward motion. So then, again, I come back. He wants to go forward motion, but when he's speeding up, he tense. All his body become very stiff. So we're going to start from, it's like a regular day of education. You're going to see, I'm going to start to talk through the lesson, how I face a challenge, how I using my hands, how I using my legs, how I using my hip, so you can understand what I'm actually doing with horse. So you truly have to understand to stay still, and when I'm going to work on this, keep your head down, and again. So you see, if I just tap, and he lower his head and he just raise his head up in the air, he ignore my education. He not holding the muscle memory down, and he not holding his mental abilities, okay? He don't listen to me. He fighting against my education. That's all going to become problem in the forward motion, okay? He will going to do exactly the same in the forward motion. He will going to start to raise his head up in the air, because if he cannot listen to me right here and stay still and mentally control that, then forward motion going to be exactly the same. So again, drop your head please down right here and stay still. You see head go up again. So I say again, please keep right here, and I'm going to release. And again, head go all the way up. So I'm going to continue. It's like a regular day of education. And I'm going to spend, that's right here. And I'm going to say beautiful. And again. So it's not going to happen today or tomorrow. You're going to work very hard with your horse for many months till your horse going to start to realize you're consistent, realize you have a sequence of the methods that's important, and horse going to start to listen to you and develop this muscle memory. So again, so if you're going to stay too long on the physical exercise, that's going to become a punishment. So every day, just a little bit, increasing timing till you're going to see progress, okay? Your horse going to tell you when to stop. So I want his really pay attention on me right now. Right here, he dropped his head, and right here, beautiful. So again, one more time. One more time, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. I'm right here. So I'm not start to jabbing with my leg harder because he not lower his head. I'm just consistent, apply exactly consistent cue. Please lower, 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 and right here. I'm not pulling on my reins. I'm just telling him you have to. Again, lower, low, right here, and I'm going to release him. And again, please lower, 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 keep lower, longer, 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 again, longer, longer time down. That's a muscle memory right now, right here, beautiful, 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 right here. And release. So if I will teaching him lower head and release, and he pick up his head up in the air, that's what he gonna learn, nothing else. So I have to be very consistent with my cues to, when I pick up this reins and I hold and I tap, and when he lower his head, then I'm gonna say stay longer, stay longer, stay longer, stay longer, right here, right here, right here, beautiful. So eventually that's gonna become stay for a long period of time and not move. So now a lot of times when we're riding our horses and we're holding our reins right here, right? When we're riding our horses, we're holding reins right here. So if you see, I don't have right now space between the reins from the right side of the horse neck muscle and from the left side of the horse neck muscle. So horse straight as a board right now. Okay, and you can see a lot of times when we pick up two reins and we travel forward motion, horse start to wave head left and right, left and right, left and right. Why horse is waving the head, his neck? Because horse telling us which side you're riding me, left side you're riding me, or right side of my body you're riding me. Horse try to communicate with us and said, please ride me this side or please ride me this side, because horse have right side and horse have left side. So when you educate horse to ride, you see I have a triangle with my reins, so I can move the neck to the right and to the left. Because if horse gonna use neck to the left, he gonna stretch right side of his body, his neck, engage left side of his body. He gonna ride to the left. Exactly the same gonna happen to the right. But if you're going to start to ride your horse like this, you're confusing animal. You don't know which direction, which side he have to ride. Okay, and that's why horse is throwing head up in the air and going left and right with their heads because they truly not understand which side of their body we're riding. Okay? So pick up 2 reins actually and ask for flexibility in the pull. We need first of all develop and stay still left side of his neck body and the right side of his body. So if I slide and I pick up, okay, using my right leg, and I using my left rein, stretch right neck of his muscle, you see all his weight shift to the right, okay? So you have to shift your body to the left, because if you're gonna sit straight in the horse, and when he's gonna start to flex to the left, and all his weight going to the right, and you're sitting straight, you're going to apply much more pressure on the seat and saddle on his right of his body. So you're taking him out of balance. So it's very important for horse, when you flex him, you have to shift your hips to the left, okay, not sit in the right. So you're helping him from this young age to develop balance and coordination of his body when he is flexing his neck. So now, pressure and release again. If I pick up my neck, his neck, right neck, side of his neck, and I release, and I pick up, and I'm gonna release, that's what my horse gonna learn. Give me nose, release. Give me nose and release. So by working in flexibility of his neck, I'm going to increase timing on flexibility. I'm going to hold, hold, hold. Same like an athlete sitting in the splits. Every day more and more and more till finally his legs stretch and he's sitting in the splits. But if I teach the person sit and release, he will never develop his muscles. He all the time will going to be just to some certain point with his muscle to be flexed. And if I'm going to ask him after travel and forward motion and ask him to sit in a split or pirouette, his muscles will never going to perform. Exactly the same with horse. So again, I'm going to pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, and release. And I'm just going to work like I'm working every day. So only my left leg, as I pick up your rib cage, stay still and relax. Again, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, and release. You see how he's holding his shape when I release? That's beautiful. That's what I want to see. Again, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, hold the shape, hold the shape, hold the shape, hold the shape, hold the shape. Again, shifting to the right his weight, I have to sit to the left. Again, hold, right here. You see how he bouncing his nose? Because he's telling me I'm in pain, I am not comfortable with this. So if, again, I come back, if you're just going to develop this and release, he will going to start to bounce his nose in the forward motion, everything going to start to fall apart. So exactly the same we're going to do to the right, but we're going to flex to the right, but stretch left side of his neck body. And again, hold, 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 and release. And again, beautiful. Hold, 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 hold. Right here, beautiful. And again, pick up your right side. Use my right leg, pick up your rib cage. Right here, shifting my weight to the right, because right now his weight going to the left. Hold, 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 hold. Beautiful. And again, pick up, hold. You're going to ask me question, Russ, so when you release actually, okay? So if my horse right now, he pulling in my hand, if I'm going to just let him go right now, that's what he's going to learn, pull on your hand, okay? So when I feel muscle become relaxed and he's not pulling on my hand, I still not going to release. I'm going to count in my brain 1, 2, 3. So because I'm developing this muscle memory, right? Because muscle relax, then I say hold the shape. So tomorrow I'm going to count till 4 or again till 3. And after next week, I'm going to count till 5. And you realize After 1 month, when you're going to pick up and hold and count till 100, say for example, just stupid number, okay? Then your horse going to keep the shape very nice, not chew on the beat, not fight with you, not bounce head away from this beat, and etc. Like right here, right now. You see he pulling. What I'm doing, I'm just holding, okay? When muscle release right now, he release, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice, and release. And again, come back again on this. Hold, 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 hold. That's better. Right here, beautiful. You see how he's dropping his head and relax, so he's not snipping his head. I better say not turning his head very fast back. Right here, very nice. So again, I'm going to say pick up, and again, work on this. Just be flexible. Hold the shape, hold the shape, hold the shape, hold the shape. Very nice. Beautiful. And release. And again, pick up right here. Your horse is going to step sideways like he's doing mistakes right now. Just continue working. Just continue. Hold, hold, hold. Just work on this. That's why I took young horse so you can see how I teach horses and how I'm going through the flexibility of their body. Right here. Like I said, without neck, you're never going to have horse flexible on the shoulders, rib cage, and hind quarters. Very good. Right here, beautiful, and release. So when animal, and every day little bit and little bit and little bit, and I'm going to remind him again, say drop your head down. Drop your head down. All the time, learn how to be relaxed and stay still, and be very relaxed and keep your head down. Right here, beautiful. Okay? So next exercise I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach him. Right now, we're teaching him to drop head down. Okay, when you tap with your legs, he dropping his head down. Now we teach him to be flexible from the left side, from the right side of his neck muscle. You see how what he's doing? Pushing down, pushing down. And now we're going to be teaching him to be flexible on the left side of his body. So now we're facing the challenge. Anytime we asking him, you see how he pushing his head down. So anytime he grabbing this beat and he pushing down. So anytime I'm going to teaching him to lower head down, I'm going to pick up reins back, my elbows back. I'm going to say, in both legs, keep your two muscles to the left, because I'm going to ride left side of his body and right side of his body. Okay? So again, I'm going to say, first of all, lower your head, now to the left, and hold the shape. Okay, I don't ask you to back up, I just ask you to hold the shape. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and release. Okay, so if I don't finish very well this, and I don't finish that, to lower your head down, then I'm going to start to ride again horse through the mouth. But I want to ride horse through the neck. Okay? So again I say, please lower your head to the left, because we done flexibility, remember? And now I'm going to say, please give me two muscles to the left. And I'm going to hold. Why I'm holding? Why I'm not releasing? I'm increasing timing in a physical exercise to develop this muscle flexible. Okay? Right here, at the same time, my legs right here, beautiful. I feel flexibility. I count till 3 or 4 times in my brain, and I release it. You see how he's all the time head up, all the time head up. Okay, so that's why we have to teach him, his brain and his physics, to hold this brain for a long time and hold this muscles for a long time. Beautiful. Right here, right here, right here, right. Tuning a bit, pushing right now on my reins. Right here, he become much more flexible. And I said, very good. That's what I want. Let him stay still right now and relax, because he used his physics. So you have to relax, let him relax between physical movements. Release him from the physical exercise. He's staying still. Relax, beautiful, that's what I want to see. And I'm going to say, we're going to work head down, and we're going to work to the right. Because again, we're going to ride right side of horse body, and we're going to have left side of the horse body. Right here, right here, right here, right here, and release. Very nice. And again, Lower your head first of all. Now 2 reins back, my elbows go back. My legs telling him, please lower, lower, lower. Give the pull to the right and release. Okay, let him relax. Very nice. And you're going to say, Russ, how many times you have to apply this exercise? Till you're going to feel horse progressing, till you feel he cooperate mentally with you, till you feel his muscles become much more flexible, then you're going to quit. You're not going to continue torturing you anymore. And again, hold, hold. He's backing up. What I'm doing, I'm just holding. It's out of balance, out of everything, okay? So he's trying to give me hips. I said, no, hold the shape. Right here, right there, and release. So if horse start, for example, go sideways, so start to walk away from this exercise and it's become a battle, just release and start all over again. So again, to the right, to the right. So I have to work a little bit on this side more, because even flexibility on this side, left side of his neck muscle, much stiffer than the right side muscle. So you're going to say, Russ, why horse is pulling through the beat all the time? Open the mouth and fight. We have to change beats, or we have to tie his neck down, or tie him to the chest. No, answer very simple and very easy. Neck of the muscle, very stiff. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. If your neck of the muscle going to be stiff, your whole body going to be stiff. It's very painful. If your neck very stiff to the left, to the right, down and up and back, your shoulder's going to be stiff. Your back going to be stiff. Your hips going to be stiff. Your knees going to be stiff. Why it's different here? Exactly the same. If he fighting with me when I pick up the reins and his neck stiff, not mouth, his neck stiff, he cannot use neck muscle, everything going to be stiff. Okay? So again, we're going to go to the left, release, to the right. So we're changing right now, next exercise, we're changing muscle from the left to the right. We're preparing him, because eventually we're going to pick up correct lead, because eventually we're going to back up and teach his shoulders be flexible and back up, and teach him to travel in a straight line. Eventually we're going to do side pass. Eventually, we're going to teach him travel in a straight line. So he have to understand and stay still, first of all, to change these muscles. Right here, beautiful. Right here, just hold, hold, right here, and again. Hold, 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 right here, and again. Hold, 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 right here. And release. And say, very good, very good. So we develop this exercise, first of all, down, keep your head down. When you're asking with my legs, do not, you see how he pulling again down? Do not start to push with your reins, okay? Because he gonna lower, if I'm gonna start to pull reins down, it's just because of discomfort on the horse mouth and pain. That's why he's gonna lower his neck down. Your goal, and if you're going to go on show pen after, because he's going to be a reining horse, if I'm going to pick up the rein, Josh will going to see all the time, I'm pulling on his face. So my goal eventually, when I'm going to just stop gently with my legs, he have to lower his head. But when I'm going to pick up the reins, he become arch. He become flexible. So you can see differences, okay? You cannot stay and say, please lower your head, or just jerk with your reins. So he have to understand cue with your legs to lower your head. So we done this exercise, we done flexibility to the right, we done flexibility to the left, we done flexibility to the right with both reins, we done flexibility to the left and to the right, flexibility with both reins, and we done flexibility with both reins by changing direction to the right and to the right and to the left. So now we're going to start to combine forward motion and go all the way back what we done and stay still.